Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You guys already know the Samsung Galaxy S20 just got announced yesterday, so we're going to do a super quick comparison against the base model iPhone of this year, which is the iPhone 11. This is the cheapest model iPhone that Apple sold, and let's just go ahead and see how they compare. Now, what I will tell you straight out the bat is the Samsung Galaxy S20 is retailing for about $8,000, which is pretty insane. However, the iPhone 11 is selling for $699 in the Apple Store, but you can actually pick one up on Amazon for about $645. So I'll leave that link down in the description below. If you want to pick it up from there, you can help support the channel at the same time, and you can help me afford the Samsung Galaxy S20 so I don't have to take a loan out. Now, looking on the front, you'll see some pretty noticeable differences. The Samsung Galaxy S20 has a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display that is a 1440p panel, and you actually have the ability to have that 120Hz refresh rate on that panel at full HD resolution, which is a really cool thing. Remember last year when we were freaking out about 90Hz? Now we have the ability to do 120, and that's an awesome thing, and I love seeing that on these displays. Where the iPhone 11 has a 6.1-inch liquid retina IPS panel. This one is a 28x1792, and if the Samsung Galaxy S20's panel is anything like the S10's, which it is, pretty much the whole punch display just moved over, the Samsung Galaxy S20 is going to have a way better display. This is without a doubt. The iPhone 11 definitely isn't bad though, but when you compare them side by side, you'll definitely see that the S20 looks much better. Not only will the quality of the panel be better, but also there's a lot less bezel on the Galaxy S22, and it just looks more futuristic. The iPhone 11 design we've actually had since 2017, and it's getting kind of old. Samsung, however, is kind of pushing the boundaries for sure, and I do appreciate that. It's just the price tag is way too high. You have to remember that the iPhone 11 costs $700 brand new, which is pretty insane, so I definitely do like the Samsung Galaxy S20 for sure. You also have a microSD card slot in the S20, which the iPhone 11 has never had any expandable storage. On the bottom, USB Type-C on the S20, iPhone 11 with the Lightning port, and on the back you'll see one of the bigger differences for sure. On the Samsung Galaxy S20, you have a triple camera setup, or on the iPhone 11 you have a dual camera setup, and on the S20 you have a 12 megapixel wide-angle lens, a 64 megapixel telephoto lens, and then a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, where the iPhone 11 has a 12 megapixel wide-angle lens and then a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. And I'll tell you without a doubt, the S20 will definitely win, I think, in terms of quality and in terms of hardware features themselves as well. If you look at the video frame rate resolutions, 4K at 60 frames on both phones, but the Galaxy S20 has the ability to shoot in 8K video, which is insane, and you don't have that ability on a lot of other phones in the market, but the Samsung Galaxy S20 has that ability, which is incredible. I wonder when the iPhone series is going to be able to do that, maybe this year, but the iPhone 11 does not have that capability, which I'm not freaking out about too much. I think it's a really cool little thing that they put on the Galaxy S20. And moving on to the performance side of things, the Galaxy S20 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset, an octa-core CPU, an Adreno 650 GPU, and 8GB of RAM on the base model, where the iPhone 11 has the Apple A13 Bionic chip, a hexa-core CPU, and there are 3 different models, 64, 128, and 256GB models, and they all have 4GB of RAM. Now, what I can tell you about the performance is based off what I know with the S20 and based off what I use on the iPhone 11. The iPhone 11 is a very good performing phone, but I do believe for the time being the Galaxy S20 will probably be the faster phone, quickly in the beginning with, but I do think over time the S20 will probably slow down as most Android phones do, and then the iPhone 11 will be able to pick it back up. No way to verify that, but the S20 will still be a very fast phone and one of the fastest phones in the market for sure. Now, ending it off with the battery life, the iPhone 11 has a 3110 mAh battery, the Galaxy S20 has a 4000 mAh battery. They both have wireless charging, but the Galaxy S20 has reverse wireless charging, which is really cool, and that's a feature you don't necessarily have on a lot of other phones even in the market still. So the Galaxy S20, even if the battery life was a little worse, which I don't think it is, it will still win because of that reverse wireless charging feature. So that's a really cool thing there. And to kind of sum up the video, I think in this quick comparison, I definitely do think the Samsung Galaxy S20 is probably the better phone with the most amount of features and everything, but I do think the iPhone 11 will probably end up being the most cost-effective way to go out. I think there's just more value in dollar in the iPhone 11 than on the S20, but I will be getting the S20 whenever it officially comes out and comparing it to all the phones, so keep a look down on the channel so you guys don't miss that. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.